What is going on, everyone? How you guys all doing on this beautiful, fine Thursday? If you're watching this right now, what I want you to do is put hashtag live down in the comment section. If you're watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay down in the comment section. I'm super excited to be breaking down tonight's training. It's going to be an exciting one. In tonight's training, really what we're going to be breaking down is how to get paying clients using a simple content framework. Okay, now before I get into this, before I get into tonight's training, what I want you guys to do is I want you to put a hashtag content down in the comment section. If you're excited about this, I want you to put hashtag content. Let's get the engagement going. Let's continue to build up into that comment section, because the more people that are commenting, the more engagement it builds, and it allows people to see what is going on in tonight's training. So if you're ready for this, put hashtag content down in the comment section. Super excited about tonight's training. All right, now before I get into tonight's presentation, one of the biggest things that I want you all to realize is this one thing right here. Your content is the foundation for your business. Okay, like Gary Vee talks about this concept. I listen to Gary Vee and really study his content quite often. And one of the biggest lines that Gary Vee constantly says, we are in the game of attention. So what exactly does that mean? What that means is the person who is able to give enough attention, enough traction to their business, to their services, is going to be the person who ultimately wins the game. And how you build that attention, how you build that awareness, how you build that credibility is through your content. So understand this, guys. If you guys aren't leveraging content inside your business, I'm telling you, that is one massive piece that may be an impact to, it's an impact that's needs to making sure you're evolving and growing inside your business. All right. Now, if you aren't familiar with exactly who I am, my name is Nicholas Thorpe. I'm super excited to have you inside this community if you're brand new to this group. And I started my copywriting journey back in 2021. All right. So before I actually started my copywriting journey, I actually have a fairly interesting story. So if we were to rewind before I started my copywriting journey, one of the biggest, I would say, biggest things that impacted my life was senior year of high school. Now, in senior year of high school, I was actually arrested for grand larceny, right? So I used to work at Target at the time. And what I was doing was I was a cashier, and I would constantly just scan a bunch of items. I would tell all my friends, all my, all the people, all the students in my high school at the time to come to the class or come to Target. And I would constantly just start scanning all their items for free, right? And doing this for months, it then led to me, ultimately taking about $1,800 from Target. And that was when I got arrested. And then after that, I lost a bunch of friends. And ultimately, this was probably one of the most depressing moments of my life. Because one, the reason why I did this is because I wanted people to accept me and like me. And after I got arrested, all the people who I thought, were my friends literally just dismissed me out of nowhere. And this led me to feeling depressed, lost, and worst part, literally 2 weeks after that, my mom asked me, what exactly do I want to do after college? Right? What exactly do I want to do when I go to school? And I'll be completely honest with you. And I truly did not know exactly what I wanted to do in school. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do criminal justice. And I did criminal justice, got accepted to Utica University. And once I got accepted to Utica University for freshman year, sophomore year, even junior year as well, I was completely lost, because there were thoughts in my mind thinking about, what am I going to do after I graduate? Because honestly, I don't want to do criminal justice. I kind of just said it irrationally because I saw my peers going to college and I thought that was the norm. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm honestly don't know what I'm going to do after I go to school. And if I were to fast forward to junior year, so freshman year, sophomore year, junior year came, and this was the time when I realized that I needed to start changing and operating a little bit differently, because a big challenge that I faced was the fact that I was insecure about myself. And junior year was when I made that realization that I needed to change that. I needed to become more confident within myself. I need to level up my public speaking skills. So junior year of college, that was when I invested into Dan Locke's public speaking course, right? If you're familiar with Dan Locke. And I invested into his course. I took the trainings, and after going through the course for roughly about a couple of weeks, it improved my public speaking skills a little bit. A few weeks later, I received a call from Dan Locke's specialist, right? And she called me. She was like, "Hey, Nick, I see that you invest into Dan Locke's public speaking course. I'm curious to see exactly what you did." I was like, "You know what? I'm a college student, and I want to level up my public speaking skills. I want to grow. I want to improve." And I was telling her all the variable things that was currently going on. Right. And she was like, "Okay, cool. So what are you currently doing right now?" And I was like, "You know what? Right now I'm currently in school. I'm going to college. I don't know what I'm going to do after I graduate from school, to be completely honest with you. I'm currently doing criminal justice because I had literally no idea what I want to do, what I really want to do after I graduate. I kind of just chose it irrationally." And then that's when she started to ask me more about, my goals. So she, acknowledged what I said. She was like, "Okay, cool. Like, what exactly your goals are you trying to accomplish?" And I said, "Honestly, I want to live a life where I have more freedom. I have more time for myself. I'm able to work on my own schedule. I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. And I honestly want to do something that is going to allow me to ultimately get to a stage where I have more freedom in my life. Like, that's really the biggest thing that I want." And after that, she heard me, and she was, telling me different options that I could start doing. And as the options that she kept telling me about was whether it be copywriting, whether it be sales, whether it be, appointment setting. And when I was hearing about all these options, I was like, you know what? Copywriting seems something that's interesting. I'm not the best writer, but I've heard a little bit about copywriting. I wasn't exactly too sure on exactly what it was, but I heard about it. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm actually pretty interested to hear more about copywriting. And then that's when she introduced me to Dan Locke's copywriting course, right? She was like, Dan Locke actually has a beginner copywriting course that you can start taking. And she told me that it was $1,000. And honestly, although I didn't really know exactly what copywriting was, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invest into this course because I have nothing else to lose. Like, I had enough money in my bank account because I was doing DoorDash as well at the time. But me personally, the thought process that came into my mind was like, I have nothing else to lose. Like, this is a skill set that if I can learn this skill set, it may potentially be the thing that's going to allow me to achieve any type of success that I want into my life. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invest into this course. So I invested $1,000 into this one course. And then after going through the course, I learned a little bit about copywriting. I was, hearing about going on Upwork. I was hearing about going on cold emails. I was hearing all these things from the course. And of course, the course helped me to improve. But the biggest thing that I personally didn't get was that personal feedback, that personal accountability, that personal one-on-one support when things got stuck. So for 4 months after going through the course and, going through Upwork and, doing cold emailing, I made a total of $6 in my first 4 months as a full-time copywriter because I burned the boats and went full-time into copywriting, right? So I made a total of $6 my first 4 months as a copywriter. And then at the time, I realized that if I was serious about this business and I really wanted to grow with this, I need to find some form of mentorship, some form of coach to keep me accountable and making sure that they can progress me as I'm moving along throughout my journey, right? Because the thing about the course that I personally realized was, although the course gave me information, it didn't give me the necessary things that I needed when I got stuck. It didn't give me that personal one-on-one support, and that's what I needed. So my public speaking mentor at the time actually connected me with his copywriter because I told him that I needed a coach. I needed something to help me to improve my copywriting skills and business. So he connected me with his copywriter at the time. I connected with him, and then he was like, "Nick, how's everything going on inside your business? Break that down with me." And I was telling him, man, I'm stuck. I have no idea what I'm even doing. And, after seeing exactly what he's been able to build, my public speaking mentor's copywriter, he was able to build a $20,000 copywriting business per month. And I was like, holy smokes, I want to do that. I don't know how he did that, but I want to do that. And he told me, he was like, Nick, if you want to do this, understand that comes with investments. I was like, okay, what's the investment? He told me it's $5,000. And when he told me that price, honestly, my stomach literally just went straight to the floor. Because again, like I'm a college student. And I'll be honest, I had $5,500, roughly about $5,500 in my bank account because I was saving up from doing DoorDash at the time. But again, it was scary because I've never invested so much money into myself before. Like I invested into a Dan Life's public speaking course for $1,000, but $5,000 as a junior in college. And when he told me that price, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do that. And he was like, Nick, there's only two ways for you to grow this business. It's either time or money. You could figure this thing out by yourself. You continue doing the things that you're doing, or you can find a coach who's already has a paved path for you and follow the step-by-step blueprint. And I was like, holy smokes, he's right. Because again, I've been trying to figure this thing out for the past 4 months. I only made a total of $6 in my first 4 months as a full-time copywriter. And I was like, you know what? I have nothing else to lose because again, I don't want to go down the route of me working a job that I'm going to hate for the rest of my life. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invest into this $5,000 coach that I literally just met that day. And, you know, I invested to him. And when that invoice hit and I saw my bank account go from $5,500 to $500, man, it was scary. It was scary. But the biggest thing that I realized in that moment was that there was no backing out now. There was no backing out. And this moment made me realize that although there was pressure that I needed to make this thing work because I was going full time into this, I knew that if I have my back against the wall and I just continue putting the work and I follow exactly what my mentor told me to do, everything's going to work out. And crazy enough, 30 days after working with him, I landed my first 3 paying clients and I made a total of $450. And then as months and months and months and months went by, after that, I was able to scale and grow my business up to $5,000 a month. Right. And again, this was all because of not only the investment, but because I had that personalized support that I needed. Right. And then after scaling my business up to $5,000 within my first full year as a copywriter, I had a bunch of people telling me, Nick, what exactly are you doing to get clients? What exactly is your process? What's your strategy? And then that's when I was like, you know what? God is telling me that this is a sign for me to transition more into now coaching people. Right. And that's when I became a coach actually in January 2023. So earlier this year. And now I'm coaching other copywriters, helping them to grow their business. And yeah, this is exactly my story. But I hope this inspired you. Show you exactly my backstory, how I began my copywriting journey to, you know, now coaching other copywriters as well. But yeah, I hope I hope you guys are excited for this. I see a few of you watching. We got Tommy, we got Zion, we got Jesse, we got my mom. What's going on? We got Janine, we got Blake. Love to see it. Pressure builds diamonds. It 100% does. It 100% does. So everybody, what I want you guys all to do, take out your notes. It's going to be an exciting training, a lot of value that I created for you guys. And trust me, this is going to be something that you don't want to miss. You want to stay all the way through. All right. So how to get paying clients using a simple content framework. All right. So before I get into everything, here's a line by Gary Vaynerchuk, right? I was talking about Gary Vee before. If you're not putting relevant content in relevant places, you don't exist. So I'm not too sure what that means to you, but to me, what this means is if you're not posting content as a copywriter, as a service provider in relevant places, in relevant social media platforms, whether it be specifically Facebook, because I teach Facebook. If you're not posting content in relevant social media mediums, you don't exist. So this is why I'm very, very big. You have to post content on your profile because I'm telling you, like I mentioned before, we are in the game of attention, everyone. The game that we're playing is attention. The person who is able to post consistently, get their name out there, get more visibility is the person that's going to win the game. And you know who that person is? It's the person who's posting content posting their knowledge, and getting more eyeballs to their services. And that always boils back down to your content, everyone. All right. So number one, what you need to get clear on before you start creating content. So number one, you need to get clear on your marketing message. Okay. So here's the framework of creating your marketing message. It goes, I help ideal clients achieve results through copywriting. Okay. So here was mine, for example. I help online coaches acquire more high-ticket clients through copywriting. So don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. If you don't have an ideal client, that's perfectly fine. Just put business owners. It'll get it clearer over time, right? As you level up your skills, as you evolve over time, your ideal client will get more clear, right? So why, you might be asking, why is this important to you? Because here's the thing. Your marketing message is what allows people to understand who you help, the result that you provide, and how you do it. And how you do it is through your copywriting skills. All right. So what I want everybody to do, for those of you that are watching this right now, right, put down in the comment section, what is your marketing message? Okay. So mine was, I help online coaches, which was my ideal clients at the time, acquire more high-ticket acquire more high-ticket clients through copywriting. So if you're watching this right now, what I want you to do is put your marketing message down in the comment section. I'm actually going to give you personalized coaching on it. So Tommy goes, what kind of content should we create? So Tommy, we're just getting started, man. We're going to be talking about that in tonight's training. Right. So Ethan goes, I help business owners elevate their ROI and increase their brand awareness through copywriting. Ethan, that was beautiful. I wonder, where did you learn that from? Oh, man. Whoever taught you that, man, I think he knows what he's talking about. I think he knows what he's talking about. Toronto goes, I help businesses connect emotionally with their ideal audience and achieve their goals through copy. Love that, Toronto. Love that. I would keep that, Toronto, a little bit more simple, right? I would keep that a little bit more simple, but I love it, though. I'll just keep it a little bit more simple and a little bit more specific as well, Toronto. All right, cool. So for everybody else that's watching this right now, what I want you to do is put your RMS, your marketing message, inside the comment section. And I'm going to actually give you personalized coaching on it. All right, so we got Mr. Ethan, we got Veronica. Yep, so mine was, I help online coaches acquire more high-ticket clients through copywriting. So again, the reason why you want to get clear on this is because this is going to allow people to understand who exactly you help and the result that you can provide for them with your copywriting skills as well. All right. So I'm not too sure so I don't see anybody else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next spot. All right. So number 2, you also want to have a sales offer magnet. Okay. So I'm very big on the fact that you want to have a packaged offer to show your clients a solution of what they'll get when they invest into your services. All right. So Candace goes, I help solopreneurs attract the right clients. Who love that, Candace. Simple. Love it. All right. So number 2, right? You want to also have a sales offer magnet. Okay. So the sales offer magnet is the offer that you're going to be providing for the prospects. All right. Now, here's the thing. What I highly, highly recommend to everyone is to have a packaged offer. Okay, not hourly, but a packaged offer. Because here's the thing. Like, there's a variety of different ways you can go about pricing yourself. But personally, I know for myself, working hourly feels like this. I would have to, one, be able to put a ton of hours into the business, write the copy. I have to put a ton of hours writing copy. And the amount of hours that I'm putting in is ultimately the amount of money that I'm going to be making, right? So for me, I know for myself, the reason why I'm a huge advocate of packaging an offer is because you have more control in the amount of income that you can make. Why? Because you're the one who's pricing it yourself. So for example, when I was a copywriter in 2021, here was exactly my sales offer magnet. So Nicholas Thorpe's copywriting services. What you get with the copywriting services. Number 1, weekly emails, ads, landing pages, weekly Facebook content, one-on-one weekly calls to discuss new content for the week, 24/7 access for personal support. I'm going to pre-written copy to be sent to their email list and to their Facebook account as well. And here was the structure as well. I would have an onboarding and kickoff call with them where I would discuss who their ideal clients are, who their ideal audience is, and who they are, so I can start doing detailed research on their ideal market. So for if you're not doing a kickoff call inside your business, guys, I'm telling you, this is a massive game changer. So what I would do in my copywriting services and my offer was I would have a 90-minute kickoff call with all my clients, right? So what this 90-minute kickoff call was when I would understand exactly who their ideal clients are, who exactly they help, and get a deep scope of their business as a whole. And this allowed me to get clear on exactly what type of copy that I want to provide and write for the clients, right? It would help me to get clear on exactly what types of copy I can write for the client. And on top of that, it allows me to get a deeper scope on the business owner and their story. So I could write the copy for them, right? So that's ultimately what a 90-minute kickoff call is. So if you don't have that inside your offer, that's something that I highly recommend putting into it as well. All right. So I would also have a 90-day planning session. I would have weekly one-on-one calls to discuss new content, client wins, etc. And again, even weekly one-on-one calls with your clients. You guys would want, what I always suggest as well, have one-on-one calls with your clients. Have these calls with your clients. This way, you and the client are able to brainstorm new content ideas that you can do for the week, rather than you have to constantly come up with new ideas for the copy that you want to write for the client. What these weekly one-on-one calls do, it allows you and the client to brainstorm together different ideas that you can do to write the copy. All right. And you can also do 20, and I was also tell the prospect you have 24/7 access for support, whether it be my Facebook Messenger or my personal number as well. And then here would be the outcome, right? I would tell them, hey, I'm going to help you scale your business through copy. I'm going to write the copy for you, so you're getting an extra $5K plus a month, which is my guarantee. I'm going to streamline their entire marketing and copywriting process. I'm going to help them to attract and acquire more high-ticket clients inside their business. And I'm ultimately going to take over the whole copywriting department for them so they can focus on building their dream business and achieve more freedom. And I was selling this exact offer at $2,500 on a retainer base, right? Now, you're probably saying, Nick, why didn't you do it hourly? The reason why I didn't do it hourly was because, let's say if I spent, if I told the prospect, yeah, pay me $100 per hour, pay me $100 per hour, for sure. Was I going to make money? Of course. But here's the thing. I would have to put in a ton of hours for me to reach that specific income goal. And for me personally, telling a prospect, just pay me $2,500 on a 3-month retainer is a lot more efficient for me, because I know how much money I'm going to be making at the end of the month. Hourly, I don't really know how much money I'm going to be making at the end of the month. That's why I'm a huge advocate of the fact that you want to package your offer, right? You want to have a retainer packaged offer. This way, you can tell the prospect exactly what you want the price to be, and they're paying you. All right. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? What I want you to do is put hashtag making sense down in the comment section if this is making sense to you. See, we got 7 people on tonight's training. That's what we love to see. Let's see. Is that making sense, everyone? Ethan goes, making sense. The faster you get, the less you would make. You got it. You got it. Yep. Adrian goes, making sense. Love to see it. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. So you guys want to do a packaged offer, a retainer packaged offer. All right. You also want to build a high ticket copywriting business. So if you aren't familiar with high ticket is essentially this: when you're selling your services at $1,000 plus, right? Now, the reason why I'm a huge advocate of building a high ticket copywriting business and you're charging at a high ticket price point as you continue to evolve inside your business is because of this. With high ticket, the beauty of it is that, one, you ultimately are able to make more money without having to work with a ton of clients. Because let's say, think about it, right? Let's say your goal is to earn $5,000 per month, right? At a high ticket price point, if you're selling your services at $2,500, all you need is 2 clients to reach that 5K goal. But if you're selling at a low ticket price point, whether it be $500, you may need, 10 clients to reach that 5K goal. Right. So as you can see, and for me as well, like, honestly, I'd rather work with 2 clients than work with 10 clients. Right. But for me to do that, I would have to increase my rates. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of high ticket. right? You want to sell your services at high ticket. Now, if you're just starting out, I don't recommend selling your services at high ticket. What I recommend is go to the beta stage where you're landing 2 to 3 clients at a low price point, whether it be $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. Land those 2 to 3 clients, get testimonials, market that, and then increase those rates of high ticket right after. Right. But if you already have credibility, or you already have testimonials, what I recommend, sell your services at high ticket. Sell it at high ticket. This way, you can make more money without working with a ton of clients, right? So those are the 3 things that you need to get clear on before creating content. All right. Now, number 2, here are the 2 elements that you need to implement before content creation. So number 1, you want to have a cover photo. Okay. So you want to post your marketing message onto your cover photo. So here's my client, Rob. So if you guys haven't seen, Rob was able to land 3 paying clients within 20 days. All right. So here is Rob's cover photo and his marketing message. So his marketing message goes, helping health and wellness business owners increase their sales through email. All right. So what Rob has here is he has a cover photo. And ultimately what this is doing is, as he's growing his list, which I'm going to be talking about really soon, as he's growing and driving traffic and he's getting more people accepting his friend requests, when they go to his profile, they now know what Rob does and they see that he's a copywriter. All right, I'm going to be talking about that soon, but keep that in mind. You want to create a cover photo right here of a great picture. So you guys can see, great picture of Rob right here. Right, you want to put your name, you want to put the fact that you're a copywriter, and you also want to put your marketing message right here as well. All right. Now, number 2, you want to now start building your audience. So AKA driving traffic to your Facebook profile. So what traffic is people that you want to work with. And now you're and what this is doing is, as you're now driving traffic to your friends list, you're now building an audience of people following you. All right. So number 1, a great way to drive traffic is, number 1, doing daily requests. Right. So essentially joining Facebook groups of your ideal prospects and requesting them as friends, whether it be if your ideal prospects are health and wellness business owners, fitness business owners, personal development business owners. You want to join your ideal prospects Facebook groups, not job boards. Job boards is, honestly, my personal opinion, they're a bunch of scams. Right? You want to join your ideal prospects Facebook groups, and you want to request them as friends, right? This, when they accept your friend request and you have a banner for that says you're a copywriter, boom, you're now in their radar. They're now seeing that you're a copywriter, and you're now getting more visibility to your services. All right. So Candace goes, can you use a Facebook business page? So I always recommend creating a Facebook profile rather than a business page. Because the thing about a Facebook profile is we want to request people as friends. Like, a business page is cool and all, but it can be a little bit difficult growing an audience from it, because you have to have people following you. Like, it's much easier for you to request somebody as a friend and they accept your friend request, and you're building your following from there, rather than waiting for people to just keep trying to follow you on a daily basis, just like Instagram, right? Like with Instagram, I find it's difficult to get people to follow you, right? But with Facebook, and the beauty of a Facebook profile is that if you just request somebody as a friend, they accept it, boom, they now see who you are, rather than, you waiting and hoping and praying that they're actually going to follow you and follow your business page. Right, Candace, does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Did that answer the question? All right, so the biggest thing, everyone, you want to utilize your Facebook profile. Now, if you don't feel comfortable using your personal Facebook profile, what I recommend, create a separate one. Like what Rob has. So if I go to Mr. Rob here, so Rob actually has 2 Facebook profiles, right? So if I go to Mr. Rob, so this is Rob's, family, personal Facebook profile, right? And when we connected together, we actually created him a new one, right? All right, so this is his actual copywriting Facebook profile that he utilizes for his business. All right, so if you don't feel comfortable utilizing your personal one, what I recommend is just create a separate one. Right? How do you create a separate business profile apart from your personal Facebook profile? Yep. So it's under settings. Yep. You got it. You got it, Candace. All right. So Janine, it's under settings that you'll be able to do that. All right. So, yep. So number one, right, you want to do your daily requests. So you want to join Facebook groups of your ideal prospects, request them as friends. So you want to do 10 to 20 on a daily basis. All right. Another way you can also build traffic, build your audience, is doing an introduction post inside those Facebook groups. So here's an example of what Zion did. All right. So Zion, if you guys haven't seen, so Zion was able to actually build his business up to $8,000. So far inside his business, right? So Zion actually made an introduction post right here. So as you can see, the community life coaches. So Zion is focused on helping coaches, right? With his copywriting skills. So he's trying to, his ideal prospects are all online coaches. So what Zion did was he joined an online coaching Facebook community and made an introduction post. So the introduction post goes, "Hi, fellow life coaches. I'm Zion. I want to introduce myself to everyone. I'm a recent graduate and dog father of two. Right now, I focus on helping coaches acquire and retain clients for their coaching business through copywriting. My main goal here is to answer any questions in the group so it can help others. So if you have any questions about branding your business, writing posts, emails, or growing your audience, just let me know here and I'll respond. All love, Zion Wood." And he got about 13 likes and 2 comments. And I believe he actually had people booking calls with him and actually messaging him and asking him questions about branding a business, writing emails, and growing an audience through his copywriting skills. Because again, think about it. If you were to make an introduction post with a community of over 36,000 people that are all your ideal prospects, think about how beneficial that could be for you. Think about that. Because now you make an introduction post, now people see who you are, they see who you help, and if they have any questions with copy, they can just directly message you and you can have conversations with them, talk about what you provide them as a copywriter. You can give them value into the DMs and you can book them onto a call. And that's the power of an introduction post. That's the power of an introduction post. So introduce yourself inside these communities as a way as well to also grow your audience and build your and build your following as well. All right. You can post content in Facebook groups you join. So with the content that you post, you want to create valuable content. So I'm not talking about content where you're promoting your services, right? Because I mean, you can do that, but understand you will get kicked out of the community. So I don't recommend doing that. What I recommend is giving value inside the community. Right? Talk about your knowledge, talk about your expertise on copy, give value to the community. And what this is doing is you're going to get people liking, you're going to get people commenting. And then through that, you could then start requesting them as friends, or you may even have people requesting you to be a friend. And now you're building your brand and now you're building your audience as well. All right. You can also do interviews on podcasts. So if the admins inside the community have podcasts, jump onto a podcast with them. Right? And talk about your services, talk about what you can provide, right? And that's how you start getting people aware. All right. You can even on the podcast as well, talk about your Facebook profile, right? Be like, hey, add me as a friend, XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. You have a bunch of people requesting you as a friend. Boom. You're getting visibility, you're getting your audience to grow. Right? Build a relationship with Facebook admins, right? And again, without an audience of people seeing your content, nobody will without an audience of people seeing your content, nobody will again see your content and invest into your services. So here's the thing, everyone. Your audience is the key to the game. Like, for example, the reason why, for example, Kim Kardashian is able to make billions among billions of dollars whenever she, puts a new product out onto her social media is because she has a following of people that know who she is, and she's built that credibility because she has a following. She has a list of people that now know what of who she is, right? And that's ultimately what the friends list of your Facebook does. Your Facebook friends list. That's ultimately what this is, right? It's the same exact concept. When you're promoting your services on your Facebook profile, as you're growing your list, you're growing your audience, you're getting more people aware. And that's how you have people, again, reaching out to you because you're growing your audience and you're growing your list, which is the ultimate objective, everyone. All right. Then number 2. All right. So why do you create content on your Facebook profile? So number 1, this is how you establish credibility and trust. Okay. Without trust, nobody will invest into your services. Okay. I'm going to say that one more time. Without trust, everyone, nobody will invest into your services. Like, again, the reason why I create my content is because I'm hoping and praying somebody goes, man, I like this guy, Nick. I trust this guy, Nick. Right? And the more they see my content, like, man, I want to join his coaching program. That's essentially the objective of what your content should be. Right? And it's the same concept with you. That's the same exact concept. With your content, what it does is it gets people seeing exactly what you can provide, seeing exactly what you can do, and it gets them to build virtual trust with you, virtual connection with you, virtual relationship with you. And that's how you get people over the line to then tip off and want to invest into you, right? That is the key to the game, everybody. Trust and a credibility. Trust and a credibility. All right. Without trust, nobody is going to invest into your services. Nobody's going to invest into your services. And again, that's why I give so much value. I give everything away because I'm hoping you can trust me. Even though you probably never met me before, I'm hoping you could trust me. Be like, man, I like this guy, Nick. I see what he's about. I like exactly what his content. Let me see if I can, let me hear more about his coaching program. Right? That's the reason why I create content. And that's why a bunch of other people do the same exact thing, to build trust with people. To build trust with people. And that's the mindset that you need to come with as you're growing your own copywriting business. Your content is going to allow people to build trust with you. And that trust is going to lead to paying clients, which is the key to the game. All right. Janine goes, I trust you and your knowledge. I appreciate that, Janine. Right. So number 2, this is how you get people's attention as well. So why do you create content? To get people's attention. Understand, like I mentioned before, we are in the generation of attention. We are in the generation of attention. Okay. So here's the thing, everyone. Attention is the key to the game, especially today's social media. Today, and especially in today's world. Like you see TikTok, you see, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Attention is the key to the game. Like, this is why, how I view attention? Attention is like the new asset of today's world. Because here's the thing. If you can get somebody's attention and you grab their attention and they're loving your content, they're loving seeing what you're doing, I'm telling you, that's going to get people become more interested in what you can provide for them. Right? Like, for example, like on TikTok, the reason why people are able to blow up so quickly on TikTok, like kind of like overnight in a way, is because they have enough people's attention. They have enough people's attention. And if they ever wanted to post their, post a product that they have, they're going to make money because they've gotten a lot of people's attention from their content. Like Mr. Beast, for example, if you guys are familiar with Mr. Beast, the reason why Mr. Beast is nearby a billionaire is because he has a lot of people's attention from his YouTube content. And he's doing Shopify. He's doing all these, new products that he's doing and making money from it because he has attention. He has attention. So here's the thing, folks. The reason why you want to create your content is to get people's attention. Attention, attention, attention. We are in the game of attention. Attention is the new asset. Just like I mentioned with Mr. Beast, the reason why Mr. Beast is able to make millions of dollars is because he has a large group of audience that has his attention. And the fact that he's able to just put a product out there and make millions is because of the audience that he has and the attention that he has as well. And that's why you want to create your content and build your audience so you can start implementing the same exact thing, right? Like for me, if you guys want to know what I do as well, as I grow my Facebook group, as I invite people to join my group, as I run ads and more people are joining my group, I'm building an audience of people. I'm building my audience. I'm building my audience. I'm building my audience, right? Maybe you got, me maybe asking you to join my Facebook group, or you had, my girlfriend or my friends asking you to join my Facebook group. And as I'm building my audience inside my community, I'm providing content because, again, I'm building my audience up. I'm providing content. And what the live chains are doing is building attention, and what it's doing is building trust. And that trust is then, again, if somebody ever wants to join my program, boom, they can join the program. And that's essentially what you want to do as well, everyone. And that's what your friends list does. Your friends list is a way for you to grow your audience. And what your content does, it builds the trust, it builds the credibility. Let me know if that makes sense, everyone. Let me know if that makes sense. So Candace goes, it's working. I love your energy. I appreciate that. My 10-year-old loves him. Yep, Mr. Beast is the man. Mr. Beast is the man. But is this making sense, everyone? We are in the generation of attention. You have to build enough attention to your services. Okay? Awesome. Ethan goes, making sense. Love it, Mr. Ethan. Love it, love it, love it. All right. And then number 3. All right. Candace goes, if we make a new Facebook profile with no friends, will that be a problem? So what I recommend for you, Candace, and for other people that want to create a separate Facebook profile, what I recommend is you want to add family members, add friends to that friends list. This way it doesn't come off as like spammy, right? Like what I did with Rob and what Rob and I did together when he created his separate one is he added a few family members, like a few of his friends that knew he had a copywriting business, and he requested them as a friend first. This way he had a few friends. And then after that, he just started to request and start joining those groups and start requesting those people as friends. All right. So Candace goes, I don't really want to use my personal Facebook. Yep. And I totally understand that, Candace. So what I would recommend for you is you could create a new one. And then after that, you can request your friends, request your family members. And then after that, you could just go on from the groups as well. All right. Candace goes, makes sense. Awesome. All right. And then third. All right. So why do you create content? Another way why you create content. This is a great way for people to reach out to you for your services as well. So the beauty of content, everyone, is rather than you having to, message people, chase people down, and I actually teach people to message people. But one valuable piece of content that I personally have realized is that it's a great way for people to actually reach out to you for your services rather than you having to reach out to them. Right? It's a great way to book calls in your calendar because think about it. As you're now posting content, you're building credibility, building trust. More people are going to start seeing exactly what you're doing. They're going to start seeing exactly what you, they're going to start building trust with you and start reaching out to you, which is the objective of your content. All right. This is how you market yourself to get your name out there, right? So again, 80% of the game is marketing, 20% is your skill set. So what does this mean? You see, one of the biggest things that a lot of people tend to misconcept is that they think they need to be the best copywriter in the world to start acquiring clients. I'm telling you, if you come into that mindset, you're completely wrong. The game of it all, everyone, is marketing. 80% of the game is marketing, 20% of your skill set. Because think about it. If you as a copywriter, have okay, skill set in terms of actually writing the copy, but you're a great marketer, you know how to promote your services, you know how to put yourself out there, you're going to attract a lot more eyeballs compared to somebody who is probably like an A-list copywriter, but doesn't really know how to market themselves, doesn't know how to get eyeballs to their services. They may not get a lot of traction, but the person who is able to get the traction, able to get more eyeballs, able to get more of an audience to see exactly what they promote, what they provide, that person is going to win the game, right? So the whole objective of the game, everyone, 80% of the game is marketing, 20% is your skill set. Right. And your ideal prospects should see you as a copywriting expert that they can build trust with. All right. Your content is how you get people to view you as a figure of authority, build a virtual relationship with you. And on top of that as well, it allows people to, again, build trust with you. Right. So what the biggest thing is for everyone that's watching this right now, what I recommend, get in the habit of posting 3 to 5 times per week on your profile. Get in that habit. Get in that habit. Even if you feel like the content is still bad, if you feel like it could be better, post it. Post it. Get in the habit of posting 3 to 5 times per week, whether it be reels, which I'll be talking about, value posts, which I'll be talking about fairly soon. Get in the habit of posting content, everyone. All right. Now, number 3, what type of content do you post? Okay, so you want to create content on everything that you've learned as a copywriter. Right. So if you've, understood how to create converting headlines, leads, call to actions, you want to create content on that. You can even create content as to why someone should even hire a copywriter. right? Those are the types of content that you want to create. Okay, you want to educate people on your knowledge of copywriting, because think about it. As you're now building your audience, you're getting more visibility, you're getting more people to see who you are as a copywriter. And on top of that as well, you are posting your knowledge on copy. This is going to allow people to start viewing you as an authoritative figure, an expert in copy, right? And this is how you get people reaching out to you for your services, which is the ultimate goal. All right. You can also create content in other groups where your ideal prospects are. So again, you can create content by asking questions in other Facebook groups, do transformational posts, polls, value posts. All right. Your job is to educate your audience on the solution you provide, which is your copywriting skills. Your job as a copywriter, guys, with your content is to educate your audience on the solution you provide. And that solution is your copywriting skills, right? So create content on copy, create content on it, right? Whether it be value posts, whether it be, value posts, live trainings, create content on your knowledge on copy, the solution you provide. All right. Now, here's the content framework that you can actually start implementing inside your business. So this is actually, I'm giving you guys everything. This is actually all my paid stuff. So clients actually pay me for all the things that I'm showing you guys right now. But I'm giving you guys all for free. And again, implement this stuff. Because I'm telling you, it will change your life. Okay, so here's the content framework. So Monday, number one, you can post a transformation post or a milestone post. So here's an example of what a transformational post is. If you guys are enjoying tonight's training, I want you to put hashtag enjoying it down in the comment section. If you guys are getting a lot of value, I want you to put hashtag value down in the comment section. You're probably, if you're new to this community, you're probably like, man, I didn't know this is how this community is. I didn't know he gives away all his free stuff. I didn't know he gives all his paid stuff for free. Yep, you came to the right community. You came to the right community. I give all my paid stuff for free. All right, cool. So this is what an example of a transformational post is. All right. So it goes, wow, this is life-changing. About 2 years ago, I was stuck. I had no clue what copywriting was. Today, I help 6- and 7-figure business owners book more calls through email. I remember in 2020 when I had no clue what copywriting was, no experience, no clients, and I had no idea what I was even doing. Fast forward to 2022, I've helped one of my clients make 6 figures in his first year as a coach. Recently had my biggest month as a copywriter, booking calls to my client's email list. Recently wrote an email that booked 6 calls. So how did this transformation happen? By taking action. Instead of banging my head against the wall, trying to figure everything out on my own, I became resourceful and learned from some of the most successful and creative copywriters around the world. But it all started when I took action. I hope this post inspired somebody. And again, I got like almost 40 something likes. I had a bunch of people commenting down below. Right. So even again, I had a testimonial right here. Right. This is a testimony that I got right from that prospect. Right. So again, even having family, and again, even coaches as well, people that I was requesting as friends, all from the Facebook groups commenting down below. And here was the thing. The beauty of requesting the prospects as friends is after you see that they're commenting or liking, you can easily connect with them in the DMs, easily message them. Right? Like if I wanted to, I can easily message Nicole and Jordan because I know they're coaches. They were my ideal prospects at the time. And if I didn't join those Facebook groups by requesting them as friends and start posting content, not only would they have not seen my content, but I wouldn't have an opportunity to even connect with them. So that's the power, everyone, of growing your audience and posting content. It allows your ideal prospects to see your content and they can comment, like on it. And now you have an opportunity to connect with them, right? Like one of the biggest challenges that I see with a lot of copywriters, like I talk to hundreds of copywriters every day, right? Every day. And one of the biggest things that I hear quite often is, Nick, how exactly do I find clients? How exactly do I find my ideal prospects? Guys, it's all in the Facebook groups. Join your ideal prospects Facebook groups, request them as a friend, grow your audience, post content, and now you're getting warmer leads, right? Ethan even said it, warm leads, right? This is how you get warm leads. This is how you find prospects, and this is how your prospects get to know who you are, because they accept your friend request, they see your content, they see the value. Boom, you message them, connect with them, send them your portfolio, sending them samples, and you're booking a call in DMs. Guys, I'm giving everything away. I'm giving away all the secrets. I'm giving away all the secrets. I give away all the secrets in my community. Come on, come on. All right. So that's essentially what a transformational post is. So to keep it simple, what a transformational post is when you talk about your struggles and the accomplishments that you've had in your life. All right. Here's another example of another transformational post. And guys, if you guys even want to model this, like, that's perfectly fine. If you guys want to like replay this and literally go back to each transformational post and just model it, guys, this is why I do this for all of you. Model my stuff. I truly, it doesn't even matter to me. Just model it. Model it, model it, model it, model it. I'm very big on modeling success. Very big on modeling success. Model the stuff that I'm already showing that to you guys. All right. So here's another example of a transformational post. All right. So it's actually like a story, right? But it's still a transformational post. So 2 years ago, I used to deliver orders on DoorDash. I started my shift at 8 a.m., drove my mom's car and delivered milkshakes, burgers, fries, and wraps all over town, and ended my day at 11 p.m. It wasn't so bad at first because I was paid to bring food to other people's homes. I would end the week making between $800 to $1,000. I was pretty happy with the income I was making, especially because I was 20 years old at the time. And honestly, I felt like the man of the hour because I was on a mission to make FU money in front of everyone, my teachers, associates, past relationships, and everyone who I wanted to prove wrong. Because before doing DoorDash, most people thought I'd be a nobody. So DoorDash opened the door for me and unleash a beast inside me to make more money than everyone I knew. But as time went on, I listened to more and more audiobooks and podcasts while delivering orders to other people. And one of the most common things I kept hearing was invest in yourself. Although I had no idea what to invest in, I knew it was a critical factor in living a better life. So I examined myself, found areas in my life that I needed improvement, searched for successful entrepreneurs, and I invested my money in Dan Lock's public speaking course. I remember listening to the course diligently during my DoorDash shifts. I would write down more notes, listen to his tonality, and would even push myself to improve my public speaking skills. Even though this wasn't one-on-one coaching or anything, this is my first ever investment for many other life-changing experience, because a few weeks later, while slaving away for a 12-hour shift at DoorDash, I received a call from Dan Lok specialist who introduced me to copywriting. And at the end of the call, I invested $1,000 in a skill I barely knew existed 45 minutes earlier. You can call me crazy all you want, but life is all about taking risks. You've got to be willing to go beyond your limits, to take uncomfortable action and do the things that expand the paradigm of your life. Because when you look back in the next 2 years, you won't believe how far you've come. I know that if I hadn't taken that risk, I wouldn't have built the relations I have now, mentors that I have now, clients that I have now, and the opportunities that I have now. You see, when you take risks and find something you enjoy doing, you'll feel happier, laugh more, and grow as a result. Take risks and live life. And then here's a picture of my girlfriend and I, right? And again, guys, this is over 100 likes, 55 comments. And again, some of these prospects are family members or prospects. Some of the people who commented are family members, but a lot of these people were also my ideal prospects who commented down below, right? And even the people who liked it as well, over 100 likes, a ton of people liked it that were my ideal prospects. Again, this is an opportunity, if I wanted to, right? I can now start messaging them, connecting with them in the DMs. Right? So that's what a transformational post is, everyone. So again, transformation is a before and after. Struggles that you dealt with in the past, the accomplishments that you've made now in your life. All right. Number 2, you can also do a value post, a real video, or a live training. So here's an example of a value post. All right. So I'm not going to read all of it, but you'll be able to get the gist. All right. So the 7-step framework for writing killer headlines. So what do emails, landing page, and Facebook ads have in common? Any guesses? Yes, no. They all have captivating headlines, right? So I write a little bit more copy, right? I write a little bit more in the post, And as you can see, I give a 7-step framework for writing converting copy. So number 1, I say curiosity. Number 2, states the pain point. Number 3, promise solution, specific, simple, addresses skepticism, and has a time frame to achieve results. So as you can see, I'm giving a valuable tip on my knowledge on copy, right? So again, I'm talking about a 7-step framework that I learned from Stephen Georgi, right? Who's a really, really, really successful copywriter. And I learned it from his course. And then again, I applied it and posted content on it as well, right? So that is the objective, everyone, of your content in terms of the value post. All right. You're giving value, you're giving value, you're giving value. All right. Here's my client Taronica's value post that she created as well. All right. So here's an example of Taronica's of her value post that she's created. All right. So don't blend in, be memorable with finding your unique mechanism. We all know that being unique is important, but why is it such a big deal? Why is it such a big deal to be noticeably different? Well, let me answer that for you. The formal title for this is called a unique mechanism. So what is a unique mechanism? There are the distinctive, one-of-a-kind elements that set your product or service apart. Here's why they matter. Number 1, differentiation. Unique mechanism distinguish you from the competition. They make your brand unforgettable. Credibility. Number 2, they build trust by showcasing your expertise and innovative approach. Number 3, engagement. People are drawn to what's fresh and exciting. Unique mechanism capture attention. Number 4, memorable. When customers remember you, they're more likely to engage. And number 5, conversions, right? Unique mechanisms help convert leads into paying customers and clients. Ready to unlock the power of unique mechanisms in your copy? Comment unique down below. All right, she even had a few people comment down below, had a few likes as well. And again, that is what a value post is, everyone. You're giving value to your audience. You're educating them on what you've learned with copy. You're educating them on, again, what you've learned, your knowledge on it, and your expertise on it as well. All right. And here's a real video as well for my clients, Amity, so you can see exactly what a real video looks like.
Okay, so here it goes.
Let's see.
3 favorite tips to give you. 1, speak directly to the reader's desires.
Let's see. I'm not too sure if you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear it, by the way? Can you guys put hashtag yes, we can hear it, or no, we cannot hear it? Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Okay, so here it goes. My 3 favorite tips to give you. 1, speak directly to the reader's desires. Focus on the wants, their needs, their aspirations, and use the words you and your to address them directly. 2, use the power of storytelling. This will make you relatable and help your reader to feel that you understand them and that you understand the problem that they're facing. Okay, this one you've heard quite often. 3, you want to test and optimize, okay? You want to A/B test different versions of your copy. Experiment, okay, with the different headlines, CTA, your wording, and your format.
So again, simple, quick, easy. All right. So here was the copy. Here's how I use my 3 favorite copywriting strategies to elevate businesses, captivating their audience, optimize, and drive conversions. Enjoy. Right. So again, she had 39 people watching, 9 likes. Right. A few people commenting as well. So again, that is what the real video does, right? Simple, easy. Talk about your knowledge, everyone. Talk about the knowledge. All right. And here's my client, Rob. So you also want to do live trainings as well. Okay. So what your live trainings consist of, like, for example, so I'll be breaking down what Rob's live training was. So he was critiquing more of his a sample piece that he's written for a prospect, right? So something that was inside his portfolio. But create live trainings on, an email that has converted X amount, right? So for example, a great one could either be like, for example, you could do a live training on how I wrote an email that had a 40% open rate. And you could do a live training of you breaking down that email that had a 40% open rate and breaking down exactly how you did it, right? I'm telling you guys, live trainings like what I'm doing right now. You want to do a live training like what I'm doing right now. Right? Because look, maybe if I just gave posts and I just posted stuff in the group, you would build a little bit of trust with me. But I'm telling you that maybe, I don't know, but I'm guessing this live training that I'm doing with you right now, your trust level probably 10x with me. And because you're probably like, oh, this guy Nick is actually a real person. Like he's, he can actually speak. He's not just posting random stuff inside the community, right? And I hope that's what you're thinking, right? And again, it works the same way with your prospects. The live trainings that you guys can do on your Facebook profile, right? And of course, I get it. You might be a little bit afraid. Just do the damn thing. Just do the damn thing. Please, just do the damn thing. If you're not going to do it for anybody, do it for me. Please just do it for me. I get it. It might be a little scary. You might not feel, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I struggle with public speaking as well. But I'm telling you, the thing that's going to move the needle forward and get people to, build trust with you, do the damn thing. Do it. Just do the live training. Just do the live. Hashtag do the damn thing. That's the new hashtag for 2024, guys. The new hashtag for 2024 is hashtag do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Just do the live trainings. Do the live trainings. I'm telling you guys, it will create magic in your business. It will create magic inside your business. All right. So here's an example of Rob's live training. Agent goes, hashtag do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. You gotta do that. You gotta do the damn thing, man. All right. So with this live training that Rob did, right? So Rob did a critique on his sample. Right. So like I mentioned before, you could do a live training on, how your email was able to convert X amount, or you could do a live training on a blog that you wrote that produced really good results for your prospect and you want to give value. Like you want to do live trainings, guys. You want to do live training. It's a great way to build trust. And again, it's like what I'm doing right now with you. I hope I'm building trust with you through this live training. Again, I don't know who you are. You don't know me. But I hope I'm getting your attention and I hope I'm building trust with you, right? And that's the ultimate goal, for me to build trust with you. Because if I can't build trust with you, we can't go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen, right? So that is the ultimate goal. But this is an example of what a live training can be for what you can do inside your business as well.
Hey there, great being here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Robert, and I'm a professional copywriter. I wanted to jump on a quick live call here just to go over an email sample that I wrote for a coach previously. I'm taking right from my portfolio. This particular email sample itself is a template that follows a formula that is used to basically persuade someone that there's a better solution for their problem out there. So what we'll do here is we'll start off with the subject line. This subject line was basically written to invoke curiosity, promise a solution, be specific, simple, and have a time frame to achieve results. So as I read out the subject line here, we have unlimited leads for your business starting now, which is the subject line that we wrote here at the top. And then as we begin the email itself, we want to hook the reader with an intriguing lead, which is what I have here. So as we carry on throughout the email, we have, it is critical for your business to generate leads in order to succeed. Without leads, it's hard to maximize growth and revenue. No leads mean no sales, and that means no money in your pocket. Yet imagine if you had the ability to create thousands of leads. So what we're doing here is we're providing an intriguing lead and a hook, and then we're also giving context and more information on the problem that our readers are currently facing. And then as we carry on throughout the email here, we do have, without doing the exhausting work you are right now, such as creating ads that don't sell, the old way of getting leads. So what we do here is we basically help to outline and depict to our reader what they're currently doing and trying to do, but it just simply isn't working for them. So we have to outline that in the section that I highlighted here, right? We basically name the current methods or the current options the reader is taking to achieve the results, which is done through market research to better understand that portion of the email itself. As we carry on to the email here, we do have even said you need to keep up with the times, the brand new method, and a state-of-the-art system called lead flow. And so what we do here is basically to represent to our reader what the unique solution they never heard of is, and that's what we have written highlighted here. Basically, the state-of-the-art system called lead flow.
Yeah, so I realized it was going on for a little too while, but I hope you guys get the point. I hope you guys get the point. Right? So with your live trainings, right, do the live trainings, critique your own samples, critique your portfolio, critique things that have converted really well, right, for clients if you work with clients, critique your copy and do live trainings. Guys, like I mentioned before, like I said, do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. If there was anything that I want you to remember from tonight's training, is that one thing. Do the damn live training. Do the damn thing. Just do the damn thing. Just do the damn thing. It's so funny. I just see hashtag do the damn thing. Hashtag do the damn thing. You guys are killing me. You guys are so funny. All right. But yeah, that's the ultimate goal, everyone. Live trainings, just do the live trainings, okay? You want to give value after value after value, okay? If you can deliver over deliver on your free content, your prospect will think, if I'm learning this much from their free content, I wonder what their paid copywriting services are. And that's why I'm so big on giving so much value. Like, again, there's no fluff. I'm hoping that a few of you are like, wow, if this guy Nick is giving so much free value, like he's showing me his paid stuff, I wonder what's going to happen if I actually invest into him. That's the thought process. And that's what your prospects are going to think as well when you're giving free value on your profile. This is why I'm so big. You want to over deliver on your free stuff, because I'm telling you, if you get a few people seeing your free stuff, you're going to get a lot more people interested to see what you can provide as a copywriter. Like, understand, guys, information is cheap. Information is cheap. You can go on YouTube and get information. There's a ton of YouTubers. You can go on Google. You can go on YouTube. The thing that people are actually paying for your services are, one, implementation that you're actually going to produce the results, right? And two, making sure as well that you are able to, again, support that business owner when things get challenging with copy. That's the two biggest things that people are going to pay you for. People aren't paying for your information. People aren't paying for your knowledge. People aren't paying on your real videos, the value. People aren't paying for none of that. People are paying you for the fact that, hey, if I invest into you, can you actually implement all the things that you've been talking about with your content? That's the thing people are paying for. Like, for me, people don't pay me for like information. Like, they can get all this information from my free content. The thing that people pay me for my coaching business is this: Nick, if I invest into you, will you be there to support me? Nick, if I invest into you, can you hold my hand? Nick, if I invest into you, will you keep me accountable? That's what people pay me for. Like, people don't pay me for information. Like, I of course I give all my information for free, but understand, guys, don't hold in all your free stuff. Don't do that. And that's the thing that holds a lot of people back. Like, a lot of people think if I give all the way my free stuff, everybody's going to know. No, it's the best thing that you can do, because you're going to get a lot of people being like, wow, if she can give all this free stuff, or he can give all his free knowledge on copy like this, man, I wonder if I actually pay this person what they can actually produce for me. All right, that's the ultimate objective with your free content, guys. So over deliver, just like how I do for you guys. Over the heck deliver, over deliver, and over deliver. All right, is that making sense, everyone? I hope this is making sense. All right, so Wednesday, you can do a belief shifting post. All right, so here's a belief shifting post from Zion. All right, so I'm going to read it out, and then after that, I'm going to break it down exactly what belief shifting post is. So Zion posted this: 3 truths about ChatGPT that business owners can't hide from. Are you a business owner that wants to make ChatGPT your new writing genius? Hey, I understand. Using new technology to cut costs and save time sounds like a smart idea. Before you drop a copywriter off on the side of the road and blast off with ChatGPT, you want to know these truths. ChatGPT can write generic text. ChatGPT can be empathetic. ChatGPT can think for itself. What does this mean for you? It means programs like ChatGPT are great at writing basic copy, but they are missing one thing: the human touch. You see, 80% of what a copywriter does is research, emphasize, think, and feel. This thinking is what puts life into their words. So if I only had 16 words to sum up to this post, it would be this: ChatGPT can build the bones of copy, but only a human can put a soul in it. The life in copy is what humans want to feel, not bland words. So if you're looking for generic copy, then AI will be perfect for you. However, if you're looking for copy that connects to the reader on a deeper level, a good copywriter is your solution. Question: do you need generic or soulful writing for your business? So he had, almost 30 likes, 12 comments, right? So what is a belief shifting post, everyone? A belief shifting post is changing somebody's belief as to why they need a copywriter. So the goal of belief shifting posts: great copywriters understand that to change their clients' lives, they must shatter and break their beliefs. The best way to do this is through stories, painting the picture, and testimonies. Break the belief of why someone should invest into a copywriter. All right. So the belief that Zion is changing is, again, a lot of people think they can use ChatGPT to write copy. But Zion is like, no, screw ChatGPT, get a copywriter. And that is what the objective of the belief shifting post is. You're changing somebody's belief as to why they need a copywriter. All right. Thursday, you can do a value post, right? Another value post. You can do also a real video as well. All right. And then lastly, Friday, testimonials, everyone. Testimonials. All right. Now, another way you can also post content is, again, testimonials, right? So celebrate small wins, client wins, and you're going to have a call to action as well about your copywriting services. So here's an example of a client success. So here's my client, Keely. All right, so she said, what's more rewarding than writing good copy? Question mark, seeing the results that copy brings for my clients. Love receiving reviews like this. So here's our client, Brendan. She did a post about it, right? And she got, 8 likes, 7 comments, right? So again, you could post content on testimonials, right? You want to post content of the testimonials that you've had. All right. Mr. Ethan as well. Mr. Ethan, I got you tonight's training, my man. You can also do client interviews. All right. So I'm a huge advocate, everybody, of doing client interviews. All right. Now, what a client interview is, and man, I'm giving you guys all the secrets tonight. Woo! So what a client interview is when you actually interview your client on a Zoom call. So you either go on Facebook Live, you go on Zoom, and then after you have an interview with the prospect, you then post it onto your Facebook profile. All right, I'm going to show you exactly Taronica's as well. But here's the thing, and here's the reason why I'm a huge advocate of these client interviews, right? I can even talk about it inside my coaching business because I do the same exact thing. What these client interviews do is it allows people to get educated on your services and who you've helped. Like I was actually I had a coaching call with my clients earlier. And I was talking to Ethan because Ethan and I were on the coaching call. And what I was telling Ethan was that, guys, when you're closing the deal, like sales, like I'm very big on sales is about educating somebody enough for them to make a decision. Like if you jump on a sales call with somebody, you're trying to talk about your services and they don't even know a lick about who you've helped, they know a lick about what you do, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to invest in your services. But on the other hand, if you have somebody who's educated on who you've helped, they know exactly what you provide, they see the results, they see the testimonies, they see the credibility, 9 times out of 10, that person is going to invest a lot. That close of the prospect is going to be 10 times easier than the person who barely knows who the hell you are. So that's why I'm a huge advocate of client interviews, right? What these client interviews do, everyone, is this. Before a prospect, like what I teach is before somebody books a call with you onto your services, send them client interviews. Send them client interviews so they can see the results. They can hear about all the people that you've worked with. And this way they come into the call educated on who you've helped, and they hear that the prospect is saying so much, the client that you work with are saying so much good things about you. Because here's the thing, I could talk about how good my coaching is, but you know what's really going to sell it? If you see a client interview of Rob landing 3 paying clients in 20 days, or you see Ethan landing his first paid client, or you see Taronica, or you see Keely, you see, Zion, you see Cal, you see all these people, that's going to be the thing that's actually going to be like, oh, this person's actually pretty good at what he does. All right. He's pretty good at what he does. So that's the ultimate thing, everyone. That is the ultimate thing, right? So with your client interviews, I'm telling you guys, client interviews will change the game. It will change the trajectory of things, right? So I highly recommend creating client interviews. Before somebody books onto a call with you, send them 2 to 3 client interviews, tell them to watch those videos. This way they're educated on what you do. They're educated on who you've helped as well. Does that make sense, everyone? All right. So Ethan goes, your client business is what people you serve. Exactly. Right. Your business is based on the people you serve, the people you've helped. Because again, you can say how good you are as a copywriter, but people don't believe that. People people ultimately like to hear about who you've helped. All right. So here's an example of a client interview. Right. So again, Ethan, just connecting with the prospect, having an interview with the prospect.
That's what we love.
Right. So that is the ultimate goal of what a client interview is, everyone. All right. And then even Taranica's client interview as well. All right. Oh, they put the.
Well, I got a message this time. Social media, your Facebook, and your copy in general before investing into my services. Yeah, so I'm not a content person. I am very much a therapist. I like to talk. I like to consult. I like to teach.
So Taranika had 110. I didn't even know she had this much people seeing it. She has 110 people have seen this interview, right? She has 15 likes, 10 comments as well. So what this is doing is, and what we always recommend, like I mentioned before, is with these client interviews, you can now start sending it over to prospects before they book a call with you. They could watch these videos, and now they're educated on who you are. So, for example, for Taranika's case, right, she would send this process for people who book calls with her in the future, and Ethan as well. They're going to send these testimonial videos, interviews, be like, hey, watch these interview videos before you jump onto a call with me. The prospect's educated. They see that, they hear the testimony. They hear exactly what Taranika Ethan's been able to do, what you've been able to do. And then boom. After that, you're just telling them exactly what your offer is. You're just closing the deal. And that is the objective, peeps. All right. And then lastly, another way to post content is a two-step post. So a two-step post is essentially when you create a resource or a training and you ask people who want it. So, for example, what I did was just create a Google Sheets on 25 subject lines. A few of these subject lines are responsible for 30% plus open rates for my clients who wants it, right? And I had people commenting saying, I want it, I want it, I want it. So what I created was a Google Sheets of 25 subject lines that all the people that people can actually, write. Or people can actually use. And those subject lines that I created are responsible for 30% open rates, right? So the subject lines that I actually put into this Google Sheets have actually had a 30% plus open rate. So what I did was I put them onto a Google Sheets and I asked my audience, hey guys, who wants it? I had people commenting down below. I hadn't even had people reaching out to me. And here's the crazy part. Some of the people who actually reached out to me actually tested the subject lines, and they had a actually really good open. I believe one person said it was like a 33% open rate, and I think their email list was like, I think 2,000, something like that. And funny enough, this person was like, Nick, I'm actually curious to hear more about your services and see how you can even help me some more. So then I booked him onto a call right after, right? I wasn't able to close him, right? But, he said it was too expensive. But still, like, that's not the biggest thing. But the thing is, though, you can see how that works, right? Where if you create a resource as you're growing your audience, you have people asking you like, hey, I want your resource. I see you're having a training. I see XYZ. Let me see exactly, what that is, right? You can have people reaching out to you. You can have people test it out. And for my case, I had somebody test out one of the 25 subject lines. He had a really good open rate and asked me to book him on and asked to book a call with me. Right. And of course, it didn't close because the price was a bit too expensive for him. But still, like that's not the biggest thing. That shows, though, the power of what a two-step post is. All right. So again, everyone, this is the content framework. All right. I appreciate you all for watching. I hope you got a lot of value out of tonight's training. I hope it was helpful. I hope it gave you a lot more clarity, a lot more direction. And yeah, I know I haven't done a whole lot of live trainings as much as I used to do. I know there's just been a lot of client interviews, but we're going to go back on track with the weekly live training. So again, guys, I'm going to say I appreciate you all. Janine goes very valuable. I'm glad it was valuable. Ethan goes value. We're going to be doing more live trainings. I know, like I mentioned before, I know for the past month and a half, 2 months, I've just been doing live client interviews. But we're going to be going back on track now with the live trainings and making sure as well you guys are all moving the needle forward. You guys are getting value from my content as well. All right. So if you guys have any questions, what I want you to do, put all your questions down in the comment section. Candace goes, thanks so much. Very useful info. Of course. Janine, of course. Mr. Ethan, you the man, you the man, you the man. Of course. Hashtag value. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can put them down in the comment section. I'm going to wait a few more moments to see if you guys have any questions. You guys can ask me any question. I'll give you guys all the answers. As you can see, I don't hold anything back. So if you have any question, feel free to ask down below, and I can ask them all and answer them all for you to help you guys out. Let's see. If I don't see any questions in the next 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's see, 1. Can this framework still work for an introvert? Yep. So Candace, for you, right, to answer your question, yep. So this framework can work for, if you don't feel comfortable, again, it can work for you. Like I'm very big on this. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time, right? Like, if you don't feel comfortable right now doing the live training, that's perfectly fine. Do the value posts, right? Do the live trainings, of course. But if you feel more comfortable doing the value post first, where you're just writing, and then after that, you're just posting it, do that. Nothing wrong with that, right? Do the live trainings, of course. Like, you want to put yourself out there, like I mentioned before. But the biggest thing is you want to take it one step at a time. Take one step at a time. All right. Janine goes, I appreciate all the explained info. Thank you for switching my niche. How do I do that? So Janine, for switching your niche, the biggest thing, we just have to switch the niche. Right? That's if I want to keep a simple answer for you, Janine. Yeah, the biggest thing, we could just switch the niche, right? There's nothing wrong with switching your niche. Like, if you want to, be from health and wellness, and then the next hour you want to go into, fitness, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Like, I know for you, Janine, because you and I have had some conversations before. I know right now, like, you're still in the process of landing clients. So I think the biggest thing that I would suggest for you, Janine, is land opportunities. Like, I feel like picking a niche for you right now, Janine, isn't that necessary. I think for you, let's just land opportunities, and then over time you could pick a niche. Like, if I were you, I would just connect with any business owner. Like, I would connect with anybody, just so you can get opportunities to the door. You get your feet wet, and then over time you can pick your niche. Like, I know you probably hear these guys saying, like, you got to pick your niche. You got to pick your niche. Like, you can pick your niche. Like, there's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with you picking a niche. But I'm also a huge advocate of the fact, like, if you're just starting out, I know for me at least, if you're just starting out, the best thing that you could ever do is just land as much freaking opportunities. And then over time, once you feel more comfortable, you evolve your skills, then you can start niching down, which is the biggest thing. All right. Maybe I'll change my approach. Okay. I can land opportunities. Very cool. All right. So that would be my 2 cents for you, Miss Janine. Adrian, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. You guys got it. So any other questions? If I don't see any more questions, I'm going to be ending tonight's training. All right. So I'm going to give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. I'm going to give another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. Again, guys, I love you guys as always. Message me your biggest takeaways from tonight's training. If you enjoyed tonight's training, again, continue rocking it, continue crushing it. Again, if nobody else believes in you, I believe in you. All right. Love you guys as always, and we'll chat soon. All right. Bye-bye.